Coming up tonight on YCN News. Democrats nationwide look to the governors of New Hampshire and Vermont. New Hampshire has its first federal district judge. And Claremont, New Hampshire has a successful first holiday stroll. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening, and welcome to this Friday edition of YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. For Democrats nationwide, look to the twin states of Vermont and New Hampshire. Journalism website Politico reports that the three first-term governors now hold leading roles in the party's governance. Vermont Governor Peter Shumlin and New Hampshire Governor Maggie Hassan are two of these national Democratic leaders. Shumlin will lead the Democratic Governors Association. This will be his second consecutive term in this role. Hassan, the country's only female Democratic governor, is vice chairman of the association. The third governor is Jay Inslee of Washington State. Inslee will be the DGA's finance chairman. New Hampshire has its first federal district judge. The U.S. Senate on Thursday confirmed Landia McCafferty's nomination, Vermont Public Radio reports. The vote was 79 in favor, 19 against. McCafferty was nominated for the post this summer. U.S. Senators Jeanne Shaheen, a Democrat, and Kelly Ayotte, a Republican, endorsed McCafferty at that time. The Senate's approval elevates McCafferty to a new federal court role. For the last 3 years, she has served as a U.S. District Magistrate Judge for New Hampshire. Her strengths as a prosecutor and defense attorney are well noted. McCafferty has tried professional misconduct cases for the state Supreme Court in Concord. She has served as a public defender. After the break, we'll hear about last night's holiday stroll in Claremont, and Governor Maggie Hassan announces today as New Hampshire National Guard Day.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. December 23rd is the sign-up deadline for people who want to have health insurance in January. People who sign up after that date will be eligible for health insurance under the nation's new medical coverage law. The date that insurance will begin depends on when a person signs up. Applications will be accepted online through the open enrollment period. That period continues to mid-March 2014. In Vermont, Governor Peter Shumlin says about 15,000 residents have signed up for medical insurance. Shumlin says the goal is to have 65,000 residents sign up on the state's online healthcare exchange. Small business owners can purchase health insurance for their employees via a paper application. Problems with the online site that remain are being worked on, state leaders say. New Hampshire Governor Maggie Hassan announces today as New Hampshire National Guard Day. Today marks the Guard's 377th birthday. Hassan was joined in Concord by Major General William Riddell and Brigadier General Carolyn Protzman. The Guard's roots date to America's colonial era. Its role as a first line of local and national defense remains strong years later. The holiday season is the time when families and communities come together to celebrate with festivals, parades, and carols. Last night, Claremont, New Hampshire held its first ever holiday stroll. There were carolers, dancers, elves, and of course, children waiting to see Santa Claus himself. YCN News decided to stop by to take a peek at Santa and find out what local kids are asking for this Christmas.
But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glowed. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
What do you want for Christmas?
Caroline stuff.
What's Caroline?
American Girl.
American Girl.
I want a Skylander video game.
A race car track and a race car.
Wow.
Holiday Bobby.
No.
Candy cane. What do you get?
To see Rudolph in person. An easel board.
A what?
An easel board.
Oh.
Nice guy, Brian.
Oh.
Giant nice guy, huh?
Wow. What are you gonna ask Santa for Christmas?
All the Minecraft stuff. Oh! I just got the call.
And how did you come up with the plan for all of this?
Well, earlier in the year, we did a shop local, buy local program that started in October. It's going till December 31st. And at the Claremont Business Alliance meetings, we were finishing up that program, and we were like, what else can we do? And I started researching holiday downtown strolls and things like that that are done in other towns. And it was just something that I said, why can't we do this? So within 3 weeks, we put this all together. We've had coverage in the Eagle Times, and the Valley News, the E-Ticker, WCNL Radio, and, you know, we just wanted to do something for the town, for the city. So we have the Santa and the Elves here, and at every local business with a sign on the door that says they're participating, kids can get free raffle tickets for a chance to win a big stocking. And we did that on a donation basis, and we were hoping for 4 stockings, but we actually got enough donations to give away 12. So we're doing that. NCO Engravers is doing free ornaments, and there's carolers, they're down there now. Cocoa, cookies, yeah.
That's great. So do you think that this will be something that we'll do next year?
Yes, yeah, with a little more planning next year. We'd like to do sleigh rides and everything next year, like a horse, go around Broad Street Park, and because they do that in Lebanon. And, you know, we have an area to do that, so we'd really like to make that happen.
Wow, that's great. Claremont isn't the only town with fun holiday activities. Check out your town calendar to see if a holiday stroll or parade is planned near you. After continuous snowfall this week, it looks like now we're expecting our first winter storm to hit this weekend. YCN's Matt McDonald will give us the details in a moment, but let's hear from Clark's Hardware on how to prepare for the snow with the latest and strangest snow shovels.
And this is a snow wovel, a snow removal machine made in the USA. As you take a step and push down, the snow slides off and off it goes. And for more traditional snow removal, we have your standard snow shovel. This one has the ergonomic handle, which means that you don't have to bend over when you're shoveling the snow, and it's a lot easier on your back. It does come in 3 different widths, depending on how much snow you want to pick up and toss. Our first major storm is coming. My one bit of advice is get yourself a good shovel, get out there, shovel often.
So if you haven't picked up your snow shovel for the season, now's the time. Head somewhere like Clark's Hardware and pick out your shovel before the weather hits. Let's take a look at Danbury, New Hampshire's Ragged Mountain with Stacy Lopes to see how they're preparing for this winter's ski and snowboard season.
Hi, well, welcome to Ragged Mountain. It's going to be a great winter, we think. We've put $1.8 million into the mountain for this season. That includes 2 more gladed trails, a brand new tubing park, new beginner area, and more snowmaking. And today is a picture-perfect day for snowmaking. Cold temperatures and lots of snow being blown all around the mountain. So our big news for this winter is our new snow tubing park. It's going to be 10 lanes wide, over 2 football fields in length. It's just going to be a ton of fun. That is looking to open Christmas vacation week. The best thing to do is check our website at raggedmountainresort.com for the latest schedule and all the tubing rates. And for this coming weekend, it looks like Mother Nature is going to bless us with some natural snow. We're keeping can track on that storm that should be coming in Saturday night into Sunday. But you know, our snowmakers have done an incredible job. We are off to a great start for the season. We're at 7 trails right now. Both peaks are open, and we continue to open more terrain, and I think we're going to be in great shape for the upcoming holiday.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next 5 days, and he'll take a look at some local college sports.
Thanks, Rose. We are expecting a heavy amount of snow this weekend, and our first big storm of the season. We are predicting the storm will pass right over our region and bring about 9 inches of snow. Prepare to be outside and shoveling. Saturday will have highs in the teens and a low of 11 degrees. Then, Sunday temperatures will rise during the day to a high of 23 degrees. Lows will reach down to 3 degrees, so be careful when traveling, as some of the snow may melt during the day and freeze Sunday night. Monday will cool back down to a high of 11 degrees with lows in the negatives. Tuesday, the snow will return with temperatures through Wednesday in the 20s and lows between 10 and 15 degrees. If you're looking to get out tomorrow, head over to the Sutton Historical Society's Cressy House for the holiday cookie and candy walk from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Let's now look at an exciting game yesterday evening between 2 colleges. The New England College women's basketball team took on Lyndon State College, with NEC coming out on top with a final score of 82 to 53. This is NEC's first conference win of their season so far. Lyndon State started off well. However, NEC managed a 36 to 24 lead at the end of the first half. In the second half, Lyndon started to make a comeback with a couple of three-pointers. NEC managed to hold them back for the rest of the game. NEC will travel next to Johnson State College tomorrow for another game. Congratulations to the New England College for another great win.
Thank you for joining us for this Friday edition of YCN News. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can watch our programs anytime online at www.ycnnow.com. I'm Rose Spillman for YCN, your local view. Good night.